Hi everybody, welcome back to Movie Related. Netflix has a film out. And I didn't even know it was there, heard nothing about it, and then all of a sudden it was there. Paul said, hey, you gotta watch it. And I'm a little worried because we just watched Luca and he loved it. And then he says, oh, you have to watch this one now.
And then halfway through the week, came over for Loki, and he reminded us, hey, did you watch
don't
Wish
forget to
Dragon
watch
yet?
Wish Dragon. So let's find out if Paul's movie recommendations hold true. That they're not very good. Okay, Paul, you're the one who made us watch it, so give us a little breakdown.
Okay, this is Modern China, Aladdin.
Okay, we're done. We're done.
It's the two main voice actors are Constance Wu and I think it's John Cho.
Okay.
And if you look up those, you'll recognize their faces. And it's basically modern China. Two kids develop a friendship. One has to move away, and then for his entire life, this guy's missing her and just wants to see her again.
And she becomes famous.
She becomes
Rich.
a successful model, and he still lives in poverty. So if you relate it to Aladdin, she's the princess and he's the street rat.
Right.
But it's not about him being a thief or anything. He's just poor.
No, but he still has the musical numbers without music, like running away from people that are running after him in the alleyways, and he's going on rooftops and everything else. Just no musical number.
Yeah. There's a lot to relate it. You have the Wish Dragon, which is the
Genie.
Yeah, the genie.
Or Mulan. Think the dragon from Mulan in a way. Only bigger.
Yeah. But what did you think of it as a movie on its own?
Mark.
Well, so I watched this with my boys. They paid attention for the first 20 minutes, and then they were just playing.
Yeah.
But I kept watching it.
But for their age, that's normal.
They're
sometimes.
16 and 18.
No. So, but I mean, I kept watching it, and it was entertaining. But throughout the entire movie, I couldn't help relating it to Aladdin. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, that's this part in Aladdin. And you could almost do that scene for scene in this movie.
Well, no.
Almost. Like, there was a lot of it that was just interchangeable. It's like situational.
It's the same kind of story. Even in the movie, they make jokes about how similar it is to Aladdin and Disney movies. But it wasn't a duplicate. It wasn't a Chinese ripoff of Aladdin. It was the same story. Disney did not invent Aladdin, right?
No, I understand that.
There was also no Jafar
There was no villain.
in this.
I'm sure there was.
There were some
Who?
bad guys,
The bad guys we call those villains.
but it wasn't an emperor, big...
Trying to take
Monster
over
villain.
the rich kingdom and everything. These
you
guys
kidding?
are just looking for
These guys
the
are
magic
trying to
stone.
steal the teapot that houses the Wish Dragon in order to become more powerful. It's exactly Jafar.
Okay, so Jafar wanted it for personal power. The father, spoiler alert,
Yeah.
the father wants it so he could save his business to provide
his
a
daughter.
happy life for his daughter.
Because his company's going bankrupt.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she is on her way to stardom. She's used to a certain kind of life, and he just wants her to be happy because she's his whole
He's
world.
been a workaholic. He's been avoiding her whole life to provide a better life for her. You know, that bad thinking that some fathers do. So he's not an ultimate villain. He's not Jafar who wants more power, universal power. He's not that guy.
They may have played it out a little differently, but it's the same thing.
No, you can't be different but the same.
No, you can.
You can have a movie.
You're different.
You can have a movie that's based on 3 wishes and rich and poor. But it doesn't mean it's the same movie.
You watch it, and you tell me if I'm right.
Other than that, so you didn't...
No, I mean, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Aladdin, too. It was a good movie to watch. I thought it was fun. I thought the twist at the end was it didn't make sense to me. Can we talk about it?
Didn't make sense, or you didn't enjoy it?
It didn't make sense to me.
Oh, see, that's where we're at. The movie went over Mark's head.
Yeah.
No. Okay, so this is apparently going to be a spoiler. Okay, so at the end of the movie, he sacrifices himself to save the hero, like the witch dragon, because he's being punished for he has to serve 10 masters, and give them their wishes and become a servant because he was such a horrible person when he was alive. So anyway, he goes to heaven. They say, no, you got to go down and you got to serve 10 people. So he does that. He's on his last one. And so he sacrifices himself and does something for somebody else. And so he goes back up to heaven, and they say, okay, well, you did the ultimate sacrifice. Come on in. Here's your parade. And he says, well, no, I've got to go down and I've got to help one more time. And the god says, well, on one condition. And then he sends him back down. And apparently the condition is he's got to serve 10 more masters. Mm-hmm. Why is he being punished again for helping one person? That doesn't make sense.
Well, we don't know. Maybe that's the only system they have.
Well, they're gods.
We can reset it if you want, but that's up to you. You could go in there and have your parade. And the thing is, the dragon thought it was so worth it to do that one final good deed that he accepted.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get the dragon's like, okay, well, if that's what I got to do, that's what I got to do. I get that, but the punishment in the first place doesn't make sense.
But don't forget, the gods were kind of annoyed at this guy also. They didn't want him to go back down to Earth. They kept on saying, no, hey, what are you talking about? You want it, here it is. No, all right. But, all right, and so they sent him back down and said, there, we got rid of him for another while.
And who knows? The gods may have seen that, okay, well, now we have an agent of good in this wish dragon who's going to be down there doing actual good for 10 new people.
Well, that's a lot of maybes and what ifs, yeah, but it doesn't make sense.
Okay.
No, it's not over my head at all. So in fact, I think I understand it more than you.
That's what I'm thinking too. That
was the first thing in my thoughts. Mark understands the spiritual guidance of the wish dragon more than we do.
They wouldn't have sent him down to punish him for another 10 masters doing a good deed.
It may not be a punishment. It may be the system. It may be their ultimate goal to have him down there instead of basking in his parade, which was what they were trying to teach him not to want.
It might have been another test. Oh yeah? Okay, you want to do that so bad?
No.
You have to do it again.
It was an opportunity for a sequel, and that's it.
Great.
Wish Dragon 2.
What did you like or dislike?
I like that the dragon was very self-centered in a lot of the cases. Like when the guy's talking to him and he's explaining why he loves the girl and the friendship and all this, and the dragon's thinking to himself, "Oh Jesus, he keeps on talking. What's going on? Oh my God! Oh, is that a blue light up there? That's a blue light up there. Oh, that's a really interesting light." Oh, and then he comes back and the guy's still after the conversation, and the dragon's looking at it going, "Oh yeah, I get it." He has no idea. He is completely involved in himself. So I did like that humor.
And he's kind of out of place in modern times because he's come through history, right? And all this new stuff. Oh, like he doesn't even know what planes are.
Bossing
or cell phones.
And bossing people around because he's used to being royalty. And
I did like his dating advice.
That kind of stuff. Yeah.
His dating advice was good.
Which completely goes wrong. The only thing I really didn't like, the villain himself, not the villain, but the henchman. Right, the one main henchman guy with the feet.
Yeah, the guy.
He doesn't use his hands the whole time.
His hands are always in his pocket. He's so good with his legs and his feet that he doesn't need his hands.
Yeah.
For anything.
And the kid at one point becomes a martial arts expert, and he's having to hold his own against somebody who doesn't use their hand.
But then, when you thought everything was the way it was, he takes his hands out of his pocket.
And then you know it's about to get real.
Yeah.
That's the turning point. That's the turning point. But I enjoyed the movie. I really did. Much better than Luca, in my mind, as far as my enjoyment of it.
I also liked, much like Luca, is that it wasn't based on a guy loving a girl or having to get the girl. It was about friendship, which you don't see that anymore. It's always about the romance.
Yeah.
And I really felt the friendship was real, the way they interacted with each other, and there was not even a hint of this love thing. So I thought that was great.
Yep. Yeah, friends since like kindergarten type deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they had, I like some of the, like, when you see him after they separated for a while and he grows up, the very first scene you see is him talking about how he's a special night tonight. We're gonna go meet him. I'm gonna see her for the first time, and I gotta look good for her. And then he climbs up on this roof, and he has this table set up for two, and you think, oh, the girl's gonna come in. No, it's a billboard.
Yeah, he's there with the billboard.
He's having
picture
dinner
of
with
her.
a billboard.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty good. I said, oh, okay, I wasn't expecting that. I expected her to show up. I thought she was sneaking away from the rich guys, and that's what she was doing.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I enjoyed that. So, all this being said, what would you give Wish Dragon?
Well, I enjoyed it. It wasn't like one of the greatest movies, but because I would watch it again willingly, in the near future even, I'll give it a 7.5.
So you think Luca was better than this movie?
Yes.
Really?
What do you give it?
I'll give it an 8. I liked it.
That's a surprise.
Yeah.
Well, I
The
liked
way you were talking about it.
No, there was one part in the movie that I thought, well, that's...
Does he know how rating systems work?
I loved everything. Didn't get that 1 second line there. at the end.
I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed Aladdin.
Back up from the
I
table.
enjoyed this one. No. I enjoyed the movie. I actually enjoyed the similarities between it and Aladdin. Like, I thought it was fun to pick them out.
You just banged on it.
No,
for that.
I listen, acknowledging it does not necessarily mean trashing it. I was
he
acknowledging
trashing
it.
Except we said, so what did you like and dislike about it? I didn't like the fact that it was just like,
No, it
and that's
wasn't.
what you
It
went
wasn't.
into.
No, you didn't say what did you dislike about it. You said, Mark, what do you think? And I was telling you what I thought.
Then.
No wonder we're not growing.
We're going to go back. We're going to watch this video. And we're going to see how wrong these guys really are.
They're never going to go back and watch it ever. All right, I'm also going to give it an 8.
I gave it 7.5. You gave it an 8, and you gave it an 8.
I gave it an 8. I enjoyed the humor, and it wasn't like all the lovey-dovey stuff, and it was just... I like the facetious dragon. I liked him being self-centered in that, and the humor there.
Just take the money. Everybody wants the money. Take the money.
Yeah. Can you just take the money, please? Is what I like that. But and yeah, I'm going to compare this to Luca. Much better than Luca in my mind. Much more entertaining. But I'm an adult. I'm not a little kid like Paul. So
I'm not going to complain because I like this movie a lot too. So
there you go. Wish Dragon. It's on Netflix. It's free. Check it out. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised if you like animated movies. And until next time, we'll see you on the channel.